Welcome to the series of Microsoft Azure. We started exploring the Azure Data Factory. So we created a new Azure Data Factory, create new Azure DevOps organizations and project, already created the setup code repository, and we started exploring all the processes of the code-free ETL as a service. So from the ingest, we created a scenario. To build the pipeline of this scenario, we first created an Azure Blob storage. Next, we created the Azure link service. Next, we created the Azure dataset. And this is the scenario: ingest data from an on-premises SQL database server to the Azure Blob storage. So we are able to ingest data from the SQL as server database to Azure Blob storage. You can check the link of this video in the upper right corner. So it is our pipeline which we created. The source here, the SQL TS, demo SQL TS, our SQL server, and the scene is the blob storage. So if I go to the blob storage, we have the container, and inside container, we have a file, this files. This files is name is system generated, so we have to rename it. So today we will rename these files, and in the ingest process, today we will see the reverse activity of the ingest process, so that from the Azure Blob storage, we will read a CSV file, and from the CSV file, we will populate a table into our SQL Server database. So let's get started. So to renaming the file, I will go to the Blob datasets which we created, and here we have the file path demo cell / directory / file name. So for the file name, I will do parameter here in the Blob file name, and in the connections, I will create that dynamic content, and I will choose this parameter at the dataset.blob file name, and I will save it. Next, I will go to the pipeline, and the pipeline here you can see our parameters is a blob file name. I will put the file name here. So I will keep this name as the sales data, and I will concat the current timestamp with this file name. The expression will be @concat sales data from SQL underscore format date time, and I will choose the UTC now. And the format will be the YYY MM TT HH MM SS. So I will append the timestamp here, and the format will be .csv. Okay, and it will be the CSV file extension. So we are good. I am updating the pipeline and saving to the repository. And next I will validate all. Publish first. Publish the changes. So these changes we have in the pipeline, also the dataset, I will publish all. You can see the publishing completed. Now I can trigger it. If I trigger now, and I can trigger it. So the pipeline is running. I can see from the view pipeline run, from here the pipeline runs. I can see as the list was the grant. So you can see the timeline. The pipeline is running, and the run succeeded. You can see it's taking these times from 11:44 2020 seconds to 11:44:23. So in the list I can see it's only took 12 seconds. Now I will check the blob container. I will refresh, and here you can see the sales demo from SQL underscore the current timestamp. It's appended as the CSV, and I will download it and we'll check the content. So it's taking the data from the from our, if I go to the pipeline, it's taking data from source table, this data set. The data set is the demo sales SQL DS, and the table is the dvo.sales. So the data here is this data, sale ID, customer ID. You can see it's downloaded. If I open in the Excel, so I can see the data here. It's similar to the data here. The sales amount 74, 76, same, and the sales date I have formatted to the date, date 1, okay, and the date is also matching, so it's a perfect copy. So we have done this part. Next I will create, I will save it, save as this PC desktop. I'll save it as the sales data to SQL. Now I'll ingest the data from the CSV to the SQL DB. So sales data to SQL CSV, and I'll change little bit the soft delete. I don't need the soft delete and the row version. This will be based on the condition. I remove it and the sales date will remain same. But I will change the header. There will be the sales date and the sale amount, customer, sale ID. Okay, the sales data to SQL. We prepare this Excel. Now I'll create a pipeline here, just like this. So here I will create new pipeline. Name it the demo sales from CSV2 or from Blob CSV to SQL. So I have to upload the file in the Blob here. So I will upload it in this directory. Upload this file and I will upload it. So you can see it's successfully uploaded. Now I have the data set, demo sales blob, but we have the blob file name here. Blob file name, it's okay. So it will be the comma delimited quota character, so the escape character. This is fine. We can use this demo sales blob ts in the new pipeline. So I will create the copy data activity, and here I will first copy data from CSV to temp file. So first I will copy the data in the temp file, whatever we have as it is. We don't, we will not going to change any data type right now. Whatever we have in the CS, we are dumping into a SQL DB. So the source will be our blob, and the blob file name I will take the variable here, the blob file name, the blob file name npl. So this is the pipeline variable, that's why I marked as the pl, and the blob file name will be this name. This can be anything, and here I will put this as a dynamic content. I'll put this variable. Okay, source is set, and if I preview data, okay, so I can see the data here, the sale ID I have, the customer ID, sale amount, and the sale date. So the customer ID, customer ID need to space between the customer and the ID. I am changing, and I will upload again in the blog. Will override. It's uploaded, and now if I preview it, the data, so you can see it's all good. The sale space ID, customer space ID, sales space amount, the sales batch date. Now the sync table will be, so I will change here little bit the demo SQL DB. So my table will be dynamic. So I will take the parameter here, the table SQL table here, and the connections here. We don't want any table right now, and I will enter manually. My schema name will be the DBO, so I have DBO. David, I will take the parameter here for the schema name also, the SQL table name, and here for the schema name. Schema name I will set it as the DBO, and in the connection the schema name will be mine from the parameter, the schema name, and the SQL name. So the table name will be the SQL table name. Okay, that is fine. Now I make to change the old pipeline one, demo sales from SQL to the blob. If you see here, from the source, we have to put the SQL table name. Schema name is also populated the DBO, but the SQL table name we have to put here. The SQL table name will be the sales. So I can get it from the variables. Also, I can put it here, the sales, like this. And if I preview data, so I can get the data there. So it's I will validate this and I will save it. The sync is fine. Now if I go to our current topic, which we are discussing in this video, the copy data from CSV to the theme, the source table, the source is our blob here, and we have the blob file, and we also previewed the data, and the sync will be our this dataset, the SQL DB dataset, and that SQL table name will be the tame table, like sales underscore tame table. And in case of the insert, it will be the insert, and it will auto create tables. Right now we don't have these tables, so it will be created automatically when pipeline will run. So I refresh the table. You can see we have only the customer and the sales table. So I will create the auto create. I'll choose the auto create tables, and here the pre-copy script will be. I will check if this table, the sales temp table, is not null, then I will drop it, and it will recreate, and we'll also always insert the fresh data. The command is the if object ID. Sorry, object ID or schema-name, which is the DBO. Dot the table name sales underscore temp is not null. Then drop table. That's it. So I'll save it, and I will validate all. So pipeline is validated. Now I'll debug it. So you can see in the output it is in progress. So you can check the status here, the source and the sink. So it is the input here. So the delimited text, if the object ID is, it will create these tables and it will insert. So whatever we defined, and it is the output here. The data read 2457, and the rows rate is 100. So we have the 100 rows, rows copied 100. So it's success and it's completed. You can check also this after, if you put the effectivity, after that you can use this output there to validate if all the rows read successfully, all the rows are copied successfully or not. Now I'll go to the SSMS and I'll check the table is created or not. So if I refresh it, you can see that the sales underscore temp table created, and if I check the columns here, so you can see all the it's created columns according to the header of the CSV, but as from the CSV all the data is read as the string. That's why it's make the in varchar data type automatically for all those columns, even for the date also. Now if I select top 1000 from the sales temp, so here is our data, all are strings, but that's not desirable, so we have to cast it uh, so that it's similar like the sales table. So the main goal is we have to insert those data into the sales tables. I will truncate the sales tables and I will insert from the CSV, also add the row version and the soft delete column while we insert. So the temp table I will keep it as it is, and in the next activity I will do this transformation. So I will go to the ADF, the pipeline one, and here I will add the next activity, another copy data activity. So here the source will be our SQL DS, and the table name will be the temp table, sales temp. and here will be the query, and I will create the select query where here. So I will select all this, but not top, all this from the sales name table. The sales ID will be as whatever we have in our target table, the sale ID. So you can see I make this as it is our this table, the sales table, the sale ID, customer ID, and the sale amount, sale date. Sale amount don't have why. Yeah, we have the sale amount. Customer sale amount, right? If I match, we have the sale ID, customer ID, sale amount, sale date, row version. Row version we don't need. The row version will be uh, automatically populated, and the soft delete I will make based on the sale amount. If the sale amount less than 10, I will make it as soft deleted. Now we need the casting here. If you compare with our sales table, here the sale ID is integer, customer ID integer, sale amount decimal 10,2, sales date is date. So I will apply the cast here. So the cast will typecast of the sales ID, cast sales ID as font. Same for the customer ID. Same for the sales amount. Here it will be instead of int. It will be decimal 10,2. And for the sales date, it will be cast as date. Next, I will apply the case here. So case when sales amount, cost sales amount is not the sales amount less than 10. Then it will be 1, else it will be 0. I will end the case. End as it will be is deleted. So you have the soft delete. So soft. Now I will execute this query here. So to validate this query, it will like transform data. It's like execute as we don't need as here. Conversion failed when converting date or time from character string. So here is the correct query. So we have to cast this. We have to apply the convert function here. Here is the date and the sales date. The 103 is the date. So if you see the time table, so if you see the time table here, so here is the format is the DDMM YY, and in the date we need to YYMMDT. If you find the query where the date, it's converting to date the sales date column on the 103, which is interpret this DDMMYY to the YYMMDT. So if I execute it, you can see it's executed, and the swap delete also working. You see the 3 and 8, we have the less than. So this is, so I will apply in the pipeline now. If I go to the pipeline and copy it, and I will apply it here, hit OK. So this query will be from the sales time table, and it will be applied to our target tables, which is the sales table. Review sales. This one, this will be the insert and not auto create. It's already created. Now I will save it. And I will connect this on successful of this copy data activity. It will be triggered. It will be a copy data from dem sales with transformation. Okay, I will save all. And I will validate all. So it's validated. Now I will truncate the sales table. So sales table truncated. If I query the sales table now, so I don't have anything right now. Now I will run this pipeline. I will publish it. So it will be changed with the demo SQL and this data sets. This is fine. So it's publishing. So it's published. Now we'll trigger now. And okay. Now I will go to the view pipeline run. You can see as the list, also the grant. You can see it's the copy data from CSV. It's happening now. So you can see it's completed. And next it started. Afterwards it started the copy data from the team to our sales table. If I list it, you can see it took 15 seconds, and after 15 seconds it run failed. I have to investigate why it's failing, and I will debug it to check what is wrong. So you can check it's failed. Now I have to investigate why it's failing. Type conversion boolean not treated as number. So I have to check what we have the boolean B1. So I am facing issue. So I will create the stored procedure here. We insert sample sales data from CS. So I will create the stored procedures, and I think I will hit this stored procedure. So here I'll execute. So the store procedure is created. Now instead of this copy data activity, we need the script activity here. We don't need the copy data activity in the store procedure. So we already declared that it will insert by selecting from the temp table. So we need to execute this store procedure by script activity. First, I will truncate the table cells and we'll check we don't have anything in the sales table, so we don't have anything. Next I will use the script activity, and script will be transform execute store procedure. The store procedure now insert sample data from CSV. Execute and setting, it will be the link service demo sales equals, and the query will be the exact ETO dot the store procedure name, and you can activate and deactivate to test the pipeline. After successful of this name table copy data activity, then it will execute the store procedure. So I'll save it. Next I will validate all. Next I will publish the changes. So we have the update in this pipeline. So it's publishing. So publishing complete. Now I will trigger. And if I go to the view pipeline run, I can see the copy data from the CSV to temp. It succeeded in 18 seconds. Next is to execute the store procedure to insert into our sales table. So it's also succeeded. If you see the input here, the input is the query, execute this store procedure, and here we have the result count 0, records affected 100 records, it's right. So next we'll check from here. So we have this, I will execute, and you can see it's coming from the CSV to, and is deleted according to the condition coming as from the CSV. But the sales tables, we have the different data types, and the sales temp table have different data type. Okay, so you can check how many pipeline runs. So you can see we have these 3 pipeline runs. You can add filters here. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.